Welcome to 10 Questions, 10 Minutes with The Real Wine Show, where we do a quick and irreverent interview with some of the most fascinating people in the wine industry.
We sit down with world-famous winemakers, importers, industry folks, collectors, and everyday consumers, providing an intimate and insightful look into wine culture.
Okay, so Pepe Raventos, welcome to The Real Wine Show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, it's fantastic. For me, having the opportunity to speak with such a distinguished winemaker is a auspicious start to my week. But you have been in travels, right?
Yes.
What's your schedule been like so far? How much longer are you in the States?
This trip, I've been in the Northeast, mainly Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, and now Michigan, and headed back to New York, and I'm going to do then south to Pennsylvania, and and Washington, D.C.
Oh, so a few days yet.
Yes.
Wow, big trip.
Yes.
But you had a traditional Detroit Coney Island breakfast, so you're fortified and ready.
Absolutely. And it's always fantastic to come to America after harvest and get a little bit of fresh air.
A nice, relax time. Good. You like it here then?
I love it.
Thank you. Okay, cool. Let's get right into it with the questions, yeah? So my first question, and I think this is kind of timely, is Nadal or Yamal?
Definitely Yamal. I think it means a lot of things. More than the sport itself, because maybe I should say that playing tennis with my father as a kid was one of the things that I really have such amazing memories.
Yes.
Yamal means Football Club Barcelona, means Catalanity, means youth, means possibilities, means that everything is to be done.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's great. Yeah, Nadal's a great tennis player though too, but that's great. Perfect answer. We love that. My son would be very happy. He's a football fan and he's a big Barca fan, so that's great. How about our next question, which is Malvasia or Moscato?
Malvasia, for sure.
You grow it, yeah?
Yes, and I dream on a Penedes of Xarel·lo and Sumoy, where the valleys and the villages and the vineyards are the true protagonists, and not the winemakers or the egocentric, old school winemaking establishment, no?
Okay, yeah.
However,
like the Wine Spectator cover guy.
Exactly. If I have to make an exception, it would definitely be for the Malvasia de Sitges and the work that my friend Enric Bartra has been doing and recuperating that wood and I think Malvasia is the Mediterranean grape for autonomasia. It's known for being the grape that has traveled more through the geography in the world since the Phoenicians and the Greeks, and it's every time I drink it, it's either be in Croatia, in northern Greece, or in Penedes. It shows this freshness that doesn't compare to any other one.
Okay, interesting, excellent. Yeah, that's a strong endorsement, and I look forward to trying. Sitges is a beach town, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is considered the home
of the Malvasia de Sitges.
Yes,
okay. Correct.
Cool. All right. Our next question for you is Murcia or Galicia?
Oh, love Galicia and the seafood, and I think the quality of the table in Galicia compares to anywhere in the world, maybe the Basque country people. However, I'm going to say Murcia because it's my dear Mediterranean basin, is the underdog of Spain.
This is why I asked.
And is where actually my friend Rafa Moneo built this most amazing work in the architecture in the Plaza, and it's something to really be visited for the architecture lovers that I think in Michigan we have plenty of those.
Wow, yeah, in fact we do. Interesting. Okay, great. Do they do wine in Murcia?
Yes, they do. I am not a connoisseur and not somebody that I can answer this question with deep knowledge. But of course they do, like they do in Almeria, like they do in Granada, like they do in Malaga, it has done in all the Mediterranean basin for thousands of years.
Yes, right. Okay. Then how about hike or bike?
Hike.
Okay.
That's a tough one because I think there's not a better transportation mode than biking. There's no better way to travel than with a bicycle. I have done biking since I was a kid. We are not so fortunate in Europe that we can drive when we were 14. You need to wait until 18. So basically from the 14 that you already want to leave home until the 18, you need to go with a bicycle all over the place. And I did a lot of trips with my friends.
Yes.
However, I think the hike pace is what enables you to appreciate more the small and quiet things of the world.
Yeah.
And also it gives you access to places that you cannot get there with a bike. And my passion is alpinism, so...
Yeah, okay. I heard you were quite the outdoorsman, which was why I wanted to ask. So, fantastic. Okay. We're doing great here. We're just hitting the midpoint. So how about England or Italy?
Italy. Italy, I have a pending trip a dream pending trip in the countryside of England. You know the Van Morrison song about the summertime. Take me, how is it, in the grass in the countryside of England? No.
Maybe. I'm not sure, but yes.
But anyhow,
yeah.
this is the image. No, it's Van Morrison, it's countryside, it's England, it's summertime, and I really want to do this. However, Italy is I don't know, is so special to me. No, Italy again is Mediterranean climate and Mediterranean people. Italy, there's this like all this history of course the Romans.
Yeah.
And what that civilization meant to the world and to wine. I am spending a lot of time in northern Italy to learn about Nebbiolo because my passion nowadays is to make a great red wine with Sumoil grape. This is a red grape planted in Penedes.
Yes.
And that has a lot of similarities to Nebbiolo. So I guess, Italy is the answer.
Okay. I was wondering if you might cut it in terms of the sparkling wine scene. Do you have any thoughts on what's happening with the sparkling? I mean, I think of you as of course, a great proponent and specialist of sparkling wine.
Yeah, of course. I follow a little bit the work in Franciacorta, and I have some French producers in the Prosecco area. Since mainly it's made with Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and I think the world is a little bit tired of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, it's time to open to other things. I pass more time with. Well, I guess I have a very big Nebbiolo moment, especially northern Valtellinas and such.
Okay. How about concrete or terracotta?
I look at that question. I think that's a very strange question.
Thank you.
That's a very strange question because like concrete or terracotta, no?
Yeah.
I think concrete is the recipient to work better with reductive grapes, like Xarel·lo or Sumoil. It has some industrial backbone to it that I think makes it interesting and appealing to me. Yeah.
Okay, more so concrete. Yeah. Do you work with lined or unlined concrete?
What is lined?
Lined like glass, like fiberglass?
No, unlined. Yeah.
Unlined,
yeah. So we have these reductive grapes breathe.
Yes, right.
And I think that's the whole purpose of the concrete. No?
Yeah.
Although it's a little bit more difficult to clean and everything.
Okay.
But I said it's a difficult and a strange question because we're working with a local ceramic amphora producer.
Yeah, I saw some photos of those.
And it's also very passionating, no?
But the ceramic is even less porous than terracotta, no?
It really depends on the one that you use, depending on the mix of the clay. Sorry that sometimes my English is not so I don't understand everything. But depending on the mix of the clays that you do, then you have one type of amphora that is more breathing, or some that are a little bit more stank. No, so there's a whole game there. There's a lot to be recuperated and bringing back the clay work for making wine.
Okay, thank you. So our next question is a bit of a problem because you kind of already addressed being an alpinist. My question was mountain or sea, and I guess obviously since you're an alpinist, we would say
But this is, I'm going to be a little
Go for it.
unpolite,
Go
and
for
I'm
it,
going to
yeah.
say that this is a no answer question because it's a very egoic position, like I am a sea person or a mountain person. When you are a true alpinist, you are a true sailor, and when you're a true sailor, you're a true alpinist. It's the same principles that you really share, which is to be humbled by nature,
Yes,
to be
okay.
really and mix yourself in the element. And there are so many alpinists that when the physique cannot let them climb anymore, they spend their time on the sailboat. And there's so many people that come from sailing that become like easily hooked into spending time in the mountains.
What a fantastic and artful response. Thank you. You nailed that in a fantastic way. That's compelling. Beautiful. How about decanted? This is our next question. Decanted or direct from bottle?
Direct from bottle, as much as some wines probably benefit from being opened, I think we're living the most beautiful time for Spanish wines and maybe in the world, which is that we're getting rid of the snobbish part of that mid second half of the 20th century snob approach to wine. So the decanting thing brings me some memories of that, and I don't like it. I like the farming aspect to the wine, the natural part to the wine, and I don't think farmers decant their wines. We used to drink wine as an aliment, and I think that's the essence of it.
Okay, a man of the earth. Yeah, that's good. How about then, and this directly relates to that, tradition or innovation?
Also this is difficult to answer because I see innovation in tradition. For me, the future of the wine is the past. And people talk to me like, how do you see technology? And I say, well, I see technology very far away from my way of making wine because it's really like bringing the force of the nature be the protagonist. However, this is for me the way to innovate. Like have the horses plowing back in the farm.
Right.
That's the way to innovate.
Yes.
Having the underground, the electricity cables, and having like birds' nests. So there's like the original bird species coming back there. Have the honeybees and make the honey, recuperate the herd of sheep and goat, and then make our own cheese. And I think this is the innovation that the wine, at least at home, needs.
Yes, that's great. No, we all need that. Yes, more connection. We've gotten very disconnected, I think, from our natural environment, so I think a lot of people would resonate with that. I certainly do. So our final question for you then is, what is the most exciting wine for you right now? And it can be it can be of the wines that you make, or maybe it's just something that's capturing your interest. You mentioned Nebbiolo earlier.
Yes, I am definitely passing a Nebbiolo moment because of all the work that we're pursuing. But if I die tomorrow, I will say Sumoll, Sumoll.
Yes.
This grape has a huge potential, and I think can bring the Penedes to the prestige it once had. Wines from Tarraco used to be the most renowned wines in the Roman Empire, and I think our land, our poor Penedes, needs confidence into the Mediterranean climate, the climate of the olives, the climate of the almonds, the climate of the vineyard. And, we used a little bit too much the climate crisis to go north into the mountains, which is extremely challenging, and it's not always the easy path. Of course, we need to fight that crisis, but we need to gain confidence into the Mediterranean again.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Pepe, I really appreciate you taking the time to sit with us today and sharing so many thoughtful insights. We appreciate it. I'm sure our listeners will appreciate it as well. And we wish you a great journey across the States here and a safe return home.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you have many more important wineries to interview, so I really appreciate it. It's 10 minutes that will help us in our humble territory to be a little bit more known.
Yeah, we hope so too. Thank you, Pepe. Take care.